This is Peggy Hall from The Healthy American, and this is a special message for Andrew Doe, for Don Wagner, for Lisa Bartlett, for Doug Chafee, for Katrina Foley, for Leon Page, and for Frank Kim. You are all in violation of the law. You have been violating the law and perpetrating fraud, and you have broken the public trust. You have violated your oath of office. You are acting outside of your authority. California Health and Safety Code 101080 requires this body to terminate the local health emergency at the earliest possible date. A local health emergency can only be called at the introduction of a contagious disease so that the resources can be corralled in order to contain it. There is no emergency. You are misrepresenting information for gain. You are getting money, and this money is fraudulent under fraudulent terms. Fraud is a felony. A felony carries a prison sentence. There are many examples of previous public servants from this county that are convicted felons and have served time behind bars. You are not listening to your electorate. California Government Code 37100 states that no ordinance that is passed by any local agency, such as this board, is valid if it violates the California Constitution and the Constitution of the United States. You're on very, very thin ice with this supplemental agenda that you published at the last minute, a 92-page supplemental agenda. Buried within is a new measure that you would like to implement, which is in violation of the First Amendment right of freedom of speech. You are in violation of the Brown Act. You are seeking to limit our ability to speak our grievances and to publicly criticize your policies. You are seeking to elect or to have the electorate suggest that there would be a spokesperson. How can a spokesperson actually give information that is on each individual's mind? You are stating in black and white that you believe our comments are unnecessary repetitions. How dare you? How dare you put any value, charge, or label on our speech, on our views, on our opinions? How dare you want to go home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and not stay until midnight or later to hear all of the information and the opinions of your constituents and your electorate? How dare you violate the Brown Act, the most sacred of, in my view, of our California laws that protects our ability of we, the people, to oversee what is going on in our government. You have proven yourself again and again to be ignorant of the law. We the people have been coming before you all these months in good effort to let you know that we are on to you. You continue to reject our opinions. You are our representatives. Your job is to represent our opinions. How do you know what our opinions are if you don't listen to them? You are not rulers. You are not supposed to have your heads down looking at your computer or taking notes or whatever it is your justification and excuse is when we are addressing you. Many members of the public have called you on this when you are not looking at them after we have waited for hours because you have rearranged the agenda to make us wait until after lunch. People are taking time away from their families and away from their jobs. They are losing wages while you are being paid. How do you even live with yourselves? Let me show you the law here. Let's take a look now, shall we, at the Brown Act. Apparently, a law that you have been elected to uphold and you are not upholding it. This is the government code, 54954.3. This has to do with how you conduct your meetings. And it says, every agenda for regular meetings shall provide an opportunity for members of the public, not one spokesperson, as you are trying to promote here, for members of the public to directly address the legislative body. Now, you already are sitting in a completely different room behind plexiglass. You already have obscured your features, so you are interfering with normal human interaction and communication. We'll just set that aside right now. It's absolutely ludicrous. None of that should be in place. We have the right as members of the public to directly address the legislative body on any item of interest to the public before or during the legislative body's consideration of the item. Now, I'm going to direct your attention. It is true that you can adopt reasonable regulations to ensure that this is carried out, to ensure that what I just read you is being carried out, not to inhibit it, not to prevent it, not to prohibit it, not to impede it. It says that you could limit the total amount of time allocated for public testimony, which is what you have done. You have taken it down from 3 minutes to 2 minutes to 1 minute to 30 seconds, and we have complied. We have gotten our thoughts together so that we can express them to you in 30 seconds, which is also ludicrous. We really should be fighting out against that, because you should stay to listen to us. How else do you know how to represent us if you don't hear what is on our mind? And it says particular issues for each individual speaker, not a spokesperson. We are not going to allow that to stand. I really wouldn't test the electorate at this point after everything that all of the missteps that you've taken so far, all of the laws that you were breaking, and now you want to vote in an illegal law that violates California Government Code 37100. I wouldn't try it. I really would not try it. Further, it says that the legislative body of a local agency shall not prohibit public criticism of the policies, and that is all you are trying to do. You do not want to hear our opinions and our views. You are limiting our freedom of speech. You are seeking to do that. That is a violation of the California Constitution, of the United States Constitution. It is a violation of the Brown Act, and it is a violation of your oath of office. Do you have an answer for this? Do you have some authority that somehow allows you to violate the law that I'm not aware of? Are you going to let me know? I want an answer to this presentation. I want a written answer, and I want a spoken answer from you, Chairman Doe. You know who I am. I show up every meeting. I've been educating you on the law. Your staffers have gone on record to even say, we're not up on the law. Well, guess what? We, the people, are up on the law, and we are never going to stop. We are never going to relent. We are only gaining steam. We are only organizing stronger. We are taking legal action against each and every one of you. And dare I remind you that the former chairman of this board spent time in state prison.